Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my good people. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So thank you for coming in to Talia's kitchen. And this morning I just thought that my daughter woke up this morning and she said, "Mommy, you promised that you were going to make breakfast for me last week and you didn't last week Saturday. So I want a big breakfast this morning." Angel, what do you want? I want pancakes and sausage and eggs. So this morning, for those of you who do not know how to make homemade pancakes, I'm just going to be introducing you to this simple recipe for these homemade pancakes. Of course, you can put whatever it is that you want in the batter. Angel wants chocolate chips. She likes chocolate chips. I'm not particularly fond of chocolate chips. As a matter of fact, I'm not even supposed to be eating pancakes, but I think I am going to make, I'm going to have me maybe one or two. But I like mine with blueberries. I have some blueberries and blackberries here. And then we get to top them off with some strawberries, some simple maple syrup. I love this maple syrup. And these are buttermilk pancakes. So let's get started. Why don't we? Let's get started. How has your week been? I had an amazing week. I tell them every day is good when you have Jesus. Every day is always good. So we're going to start off with our dry ingredients. Now let me tell you all. This 50 plus mind of mine, I call it my beautiful mind, tends to not remember sometimes. And so everything is a recipe for me. I write down everything. I don't care how good they say I could bake or cook. This sister here can't do nothing without a recipe because I don't remember exactly what it is that I need for the ingredients. So I'm going to be following my recipes, but I've done this a million times. You would think that I already know what to put in it, but I really don't. So anyway, we're going to start off with our dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of flour. We're going to be adding to a mixing bowl. 2 cups of flour. You need 2 tablespoons of sugar. You don't even need syrup with this batter, especially if you're going to be adding the chocolate chips, but Angel still wants it. And then we're going to need some salt, just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Get that here. 1/4 teaspoon of salt in there. Oh, I need my mix. My stirrer. Gotta get that. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we need some baking soda. So I told my husband, I said, I need some baking soda. My husband, of course, he never ever, and I love him for that. I will not complain. He reminds me of my dad. Every time mommy would send daddy to the food store, daddy would not come back with the cheapest or the smallest. He would always come back with the most expensive, the higher name brand, and the bigger. And my husband is the same way. So, yep, that's my baking soda. This is going to probably, but I've started to clean with this as well, using the white vinegar for the tub, and it cleans it really well. So to this, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking. Well, as a matter of fact, hold on. It's 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then it's 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I need an apron. How about that? I need an apron. All my clothes be getting messed up. All right, so that's it for our dry ingredients. And then we're going to give this a mix. This morning, I went out for my run. I plan to run a half marathon this November. And so I'm kind of training by myself to run this marathon. And I also started, in case I didn't tell you guys, I started Pilates. Ooh, and stretch and reach and oh my God. Pilates looks so easy to me. As a matter of fact, that stretch just now, my instructor, Miss Inclusive J. Bo, says exclusive. Our exclusive trainer, Miss J. Bo, says, what does she say? Her motto is small moves, big results. And let me tell you something. She didn't lie about that. But anyway, I started my Pilates classes and it's been about 3 weeks now. And I looked in the mirror about 2 days ago and I wanted to be discouraged because I'm eating right. I'm eating all of my healthy foods. I've cut out the sugar. Well, I don't do as much, like very, very minimal sugar. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, girl, why you still look big as Bina? Like, I wanted for a second to be discouraged because it didn't seem like what I was doing was paying off. And immediately the Holy Spirit had to remind me, don't walk by sight, walk by faith. If you're eating right, if you're exercising, eventually you're gonna see it. And so I had to regroup and get out there this morning because guess what? I don't know, some of you may be right there. Like you're exercising and you working out and you ain't seeing no results. It don't seem like you dropping the weight or you toning like you would want to. But isn't that like this Christian walk? That we're believing God maybe for healing, maybe for finances, and we're doing everything that's required. And guess what? Can I tell you that you are required to just believe what God says? Everything has already been done. And when I say that, I mean this. He said, by my stripes you are healed, which means that we have to stand in faith regardless of what we feel in our body, what we see on our body, and just believe, you know what? I don't care. This thing is growing in my body. I have this pain. No, I believe that I am healed because the just live by faith, not what we see. So let's not get caught up in the things that we see in. So don't be discouraged. For those of you who have a goal and you working towards this goal, don't be discouraged based on what you see. And guess what? This natural realm, let's focus on what's being done in the spirit. Okay? All right, so we're finished with our dry ingredients and then we're going to get to our wet ingredients. Now, this is my buttermilk. What I do for buttermilk, I've stopped buying buttermilk out of the food store. It's a little costly, but then I've decided once I just buy the regular milk. For those of you who don't know, if you have 1 cup of milk and you mix a tablespoon of vinegar in that, guess what? You got some buttermilk. So this is my homemade buttermilk that I made. And so to this bowl looks like it's gonna be a little small. You know what, before I put my buttermilk in, let me add these eggs. Speaking of eggs, y'all, what's happening to, what's going on with the chicken? Like really, what's happening, y'all? Can somebody tell me why eggs in the food store costing what it costing? It's ridiculous. And my family and I love eggs. But the prices, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So we're gonna take 2 eggs, get that mixed. Let me get just rest that on there. We're gonna take 2 eggs and then to that we're gonna measure 2 cups of this nice buttermilk. This smells so good, like the real buttermilk. And let me tell y'all something. Buttermilk makes everything taste better. I made some cornbread last night with this homemade buttermilk and it was fantastic. Almost ate my fingers. And I don't usually measure, so we're gonna need some vanilla. I don't usually measure this vanilla. I just basically eyeball it. I love to taste the taste of that vanilla in my pancakes. And then we're just gonna stir this up. Stir this up, make sure it's all blended in. And then we are going to take our dry ingredients and we're going to incorporate that to our wet ingredients. Now, if you can see in the background, I have a skillet, I have a frying pan on the stove, and then I have my skillet, and then I have my griddle, my good old griddle. I don't particularly like my pancakes on the griddle. They don't tend to be as fat and juicy as they are when I just take some nice butter and put it in there. I'm just gonna turn my stove on, heat up my griddle a bit, lay them on there. Now we know that griddle just is very, very efficient. If you're cooking, if you're cooking for a large amount of people, you can just throw about 6 on there, as opposed to, Marie always tells me, my sister-in-law always tells me, she said, why do we have to eat cold pancakes? You can't touch the pancakes, because I like to stack them really high and then I like to cut them in 4. I just love that, and that drives everybody crazy. So that is my griddle that I just get to throw them down and stack them up. So we're gonna make like a little well in here, and to this dry ingredient we're gonna add our wet ingredients. And we're gonna give that a little stir. You don't wanna overmix this batter. These pancakes are so good, y'all. Y'all have to try it. It's Saturday, it's Saturday. I don't know about y'all, but Saturdays at our home, oh man, when we stayed home, we would always be looking forward to breakfast. I loved it. And Saturday was the morning, usually on the morning when Mom would give us some pancakes, because she made breakfast every morning. Every morning we sat at the table and she would have our breakfast ready. We've strayed away so far from these beautiful family traditions that had the family coming together. Now you're not cheering them as be on your phone and in your room eating your breakfast. But anyway, all right, so I have some melted butter here. This is 3 tablespoons of melted butter. All right, I think it's all incorporated. Once you don't see any of the white flour anymore, you are good to go. You don't want to mix it too much. And to this, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Get it all in there. Butter makes everything better. Butter and buttermilk. I see why I like buttermilk, because that's butter. Okay. So we're just gonna get that buttermilk in there. All right, that's all we need. That is all we need. And so, like I said, I don't do chocolate chips. Angel does. So I'm going to give her some of this batter to the side. Hold on, let me get a scoop. I usually use my, I don't know how I got this thing, ice cream scoop. Oh, this is burning. I usually use my ice cream scoop. Scoop out my pancakes. And so I'm just going to put Angel's batter with her chocolate chip in a separate bowl. We don't want chocolate chips. She does. Well, my husband will have 1 or 2. But you're just gonna eyeball it. Throw some chocolate chips in there. Stir that up a bit. Our chocolate chips some blueberries over here. Blueberries, I love. Stirring these blueberries over here. So, honey, you gonna come and move my camera so that people could see when I add this chocolate chip? So I'm gonna put Angel's pancakes on the griddle. And my cameraman is gonna walk over here, walk me over here, walk you guys over here. Just take it off the thing. And just, I don't know what happened, my video turned off, so this is part 2. But anyway, I'm over here, and I'm just gonna drop these chocolate chip pancakes here. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy, tummy. And then I'm just gonna turn over to my stove right here where I have my blueberries. These are how I like it. And then I'm gonna add these nice and big. Well, I don't know if that's hot enough. Let me crank it up a bit. We're also doing some sausages. We got some sausage patties. I'm gonna throw these down the same time.
I'm sorry for my finger. I'm sorry for my finger in the video just now.
This is the cameraman. I have a cameraman, a professional photographer.
Photographer, not videographer.
Not videographer, unfortunately. My stove wasn't high enough for my pancakes. But okay. Let me wait until this gets a little bit. So, okay, Mr. Photographer, you can go. Okay, so I'm just heating up my stove a bit. I have my blueberry pancakes over here. And then I have Angel's chocolate chip pancakes over there. Ooh, smells good in this kitchen, y'all. Smells good, smells good, smells good. Let me put these sausage patties down. We all like those. And check my pancakes. Okay, these aren't. Let me crank that up a little bit. Crank that up a little bit, and then let me just cut up some of these strawberries to go on top. These delicious pancakes. Yep. Just need a few. I love a lot. I actually make, like I said, the protein pancakes I usually make, and I cut up a lot of strawberries and blueberries and bananas. That's what I like. We're gonna, Angel specifically asked for strawberries to be on the top of her pancakes, and I love it as well. Okay, that looks like that's cooking up fine and dandy. Some more strawberries. This nice strawberry. Let me see if it's sweet. The fruits aren't sweet like they used to be. Okay, there goes some strawberries. And then let's check. Let's check. Oh man. See? Let me show you. Let me show you. Look at my blueberry pancake. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy, tummy. Okay, that's coming along well. My sausages on. This might be a little too high. Cooking them up. I think I'm gonna scramble some eggs. Angel, did you want scrambled eggs? Did you want scrambled eggs or you want your over easy? She wants her over. Okay, over easy. But me and Dad gonna do scrambles. Go away. Yeah, the price of eggs has really, really gone up. We need to start, we need to get some chickens, y'all. How about that? Angel wants over easy. Yep. Okay, I'm flipping her pancakes now. I'm gonna have to, let me get you over, let me get you guys over here so you can see what's happening. So look at those are Angel's chocolate chip pancakes. And then that's my blueberry, and then we got our sausages. Yep. This is how we do it. Breakfast at the Johnsons. And let me tell you all, as of late, guess what the best thing I've found in this house with my family who doesn't like to wash dishes? Paper plates. As much as I hated paper plates, listen, just so I don't have to wash no dishes, paper plates. It is. That's what it's going to be. Okay, let me turn this bad boy here down. Smell like he's burning. Oh, yeah, these sausages smell so good. They taste amazing too. Okay, so it looks like my pancake is done. And I'm just gonna turn this down a bit. Add some more batter. Where's my batter? Okay, you see what usually happens to me in the kitchen? You keep that right there. There you go, that's Angel's pancakes. Nice and fluffy. And if you don't believe me, let me let you see. Those are our chocolate chip pancakes. And like I said, I like to stack them up. Add some butter to that. Get it all melted in there. Get it all melted in there. Over all of them, these are hot. all of them. Oh man, that's Angel's chocolate chip. This is my blueberry, yum. This is what I love. I mean the crispy edges, so good. Let me cut it so you can see that. Or could we forget the syrup? That's a little, I'm just gonna do a little. Add some strawberries on that. Woo! Should have had some homemade whipped cream. Uh-oh. There goes our fork. You think the Lord trying to tell me something? I don't need no pancake. Stop. Oh, please. There it goes. It's so fluffy. So delicious. Those blueberries. Woo. So I'm gonna make these eggs, get this sausage going, and feed my family. But thanks once again. So good. Thank you once again for spending time with Talia in the kitchen. So guess what? Go ahead and go make you some pancakes. Have a wonderful Saturday.